everyone, I'm Marina. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with a shop update preview. The shop update will be this Friday, January 3rd at 8 p.m. Eastern Time at pineappleyarn.com. And I have so many beautiful yarns for you to take a look at today. I'm so excited. I have them all laid out and ready to show you. But my idea this month, how I wanted the update to be, I really wanted everything to be coordinating. So I have a lot of like blues and magentas and pinks and purples. So a lot of those. I do have a sock set that's a little bit of an outlier, but that's okay. I have a lot of new colorways as well. So let's get started with my January 2025 colorway. Happy New Year, by the way. Can you believe it's 2025? Amazing, right? So this month what I wanted to do, since it's the beginning of the new year, I really wanted to do a couple of new bases that I don't usually dye on. So the 2025 colorway, I will have these beautiful sock sets, and I have a couple of different bases that I've dyed them on. They are just beautiful blue, purples, and they will also have a coordinating mini skein with them. This mini skein is really similar to my Cloud 9 colorway, so if you wanted to, and that goes with all of these sock sets that I have going in the shop, if you wanted to break them up and pair them with a coordinating tonal, like this is Cloud 9, it would be so pretty, so fun. But back to the January 2025 colorway, I will have this colorway available on BFL, which is a blue face Leicester. It's a beautiful sock weight. This version is a super wash. I will have details in my listing on my shop, but it's a very sturdy yarn and basically indestructible. It's a very strong base. I love it. So I'm going to be doing a BFL and then also an MCN base. And MCN is merino. It's a superwash merino, cashmere, and nylon. So it's beautiful for socks, shawls, whatever you want to knit with. It's a very versatile base because it does have the nylon in it, but it is so soft because of the cashmere, and it is such a treat to knit with. It's such a treat to wear. So I thought that would be fun to do a sock set with MCN. So with both of these socks, both on the BFL as well as the MCN, it will come with a mini skein on my Lonnie sock base, which is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. So this will be kind of like my basic sock base, whereas the main skein will be a little bit different blend. They'll both work beautifully together, they'll coordinate well, and then in addition to these sock sets, I will have this colorway on my Lonnie DK base as well, which is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. So that was just a really fun colorway to dye up. I put lots of different colored speckles and shades of purple and blue. I just thought it was really pretty, kind of wintry colorway. So in addition to the January 2025 colorway, I've also created a knitting kit, which I haven't done in several years. It's crazy because it's like one of my favorite things to create. So this is my crafting calm kit. Let me go ahead and show you the bag. The inspiration behind this is because we're all just so busy. Many of us are busy during the holidays, during December. We don't have a lot of time to treat ourselves and to take care of ourselves. And I really wanted to move into January and just give you something that you could treat yourself with. And so I created this beautiful bag. It is a really nice fabric. It is from the Backyard line from Ruby Star Society, and it just has these beautiful flowers and butterflies, and I just thought it was a beautiful combination of periwinkle, navy blue, light pinks. So that will be the project bag that's included with this kit. I will also be including this wonderful tea light. It is lavender tea light in a really nice blue glass holder. I'll also be putting in some tea. This is puka tea, and it's called Peace. It's a blend of spearmint, ashwagandha, and hemp seeds. So it's very calming and relaxing. And I will also be including this pink quartz progress keeper, and this is just so beautiful. I love these pink quartz stones. They're just, they're very special and just really kind of a luxe progress keeper. I really like those. So I can't forget about the yarn. I dyed a coordinating sock set to go with the bag to coordinate with all those beautiful colors. This is on my Lonnie sock base, which is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and the mini skein is in my colorway Oyster. So those two are coordinating, and it's a total of 120 grams. So plenty of yarn for socks. You can also split them up and create a different project with them. So it's a little bit more than my normal knitting kits, but I thought it was a good way to start off the new year, and yeah, just a really special, fun knitting kit for you this month. And I hope to continue to create these knitting kits because I love sewing project bags and I love creating these. I love fabric, definitely I love fabric, but I love coordinating dyeing the yarn with the fabric and just kind of interpreting the theme and the feel of the fabric into yarn. I love doing that. So keep an eye out for more kits. Just a heads up that these are very limited. So if you want one, definitely I would recommend being there at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So let's get into all the rest of the yarn. I will have a little tonal mini skein bundle. All these really pretty purpley, pinky colors. And this is called Moonlit Wave. And I have really enjoyed making these tonal collections of mini skeins. This is on my Lonnie sock base, a 75-25 blend, and they're just a collection of tonals. So this coordinates really well with all the rest of the yarn. So this is my January 2025 colorway. This is the Crafting Calm colorway that I just shared with you. And I'll also be stocking some other yarns that I have had in the past. Like this is a Purple Passion Flower. Some of you who have been with me for a while will recognize this beautiful colorway. So that would coordinate really well with Purple Passion Flower. Some other colorways. So in general, with most of the colorways I'm stocking, this mini skein set, this little mini skein bundle is just such a great coordinating tonals with it. Now, what could you do with this mini skein bundle? I would love to pair it with a tonal. So you could pair it, this is Cloud 9. You could pair it with a color like this. You could pair it with an undyed yarn. That would also be really beautiful. You could hold these double. So this is a sock weight yarn. You could hold it double with an undyed sock weight yarn, which I do have those in my shop. I call it Natural, the colorway Natural. And that would be beautiful, marling them together, holding them double, and using them in a DK weight project. That would be really pretty. These would also be beautiful in color work. So if you have a little color work project, those would be fun. And they're great in scrappy projects too. So Moonlit Wave mini skein bundle. And then while we're on mini skeins, I want to share with you this new gradient that I dyed up this past month. This is the Octopus Tsunami mini skein gradient. This coordinates super well with the Octopus Tsunami colorway, which I'll show you in a minute, but it is a gradient starting with kind of this purpley pink color, fading into this deep blue, really like a blue turquoisey tones, and then fading into blues and purples. Now with my gradients, how I normally dye them, and this is no exception, I dye them so they are a wraparound gradient. So wherever you want to start in this gradient, you can start. So if you wanted to split them up and turn it like this, so you have blues on this side and maybe end with a hot pink, a little bit of blue there, you can do that because it's a wraparound gradient. I hope that makes sense. You can start anywhere in this series and it will wrap around on itself and just fade really beautifully into each other. So I love that about the gradients. So you can, if you have a full skein of yarn or a leftover skein, and let's say it is more of a purpley color, I would probably start with this skein first and then fade into the rest of these. Or if you had a more of a blue turquoise skein of yarn, I would put this one first and I would just fade into the purples. So I love dyeing this way because it gives you a lot of versatility, how you want those gradients to work out, and it just all works out really, really well. So speaking of Octopus Tsunami, let's go ahead and look at that. This is another colorway I've stocked for several years now. It's such a beautiful blend of pinks, deep magentas, and then some really fun pops of turquoise speckles, yellow-green speckles, purple speckles. So this is just, it's such a beautiful colorway. And I will have this on my Lonnie sock base, my Lonnie DK base, and I'm so excited to share with you, I am introducing a new base to the shop. This is called Nala, and I really hope you can see this on camera. I am so excited about this base. It is an 80-20 base. It's an 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. It is a little bit heavier than my Lonnie sock base. So I set out, and I talked about a little bit about this on my making podcast that I just uploaded to YouTube, but I have for years been looking for a plump, squishy sock yarn. And I have stocked a 2-ply yarn like this before in the shop, but it was not as plump as this. This is so squishy, so plump. And one of the things I love about this, I'm so excited. I hope that you can see this. I'm so excited about this new base. One thing that's great is it's put up in a 115 gram skein. So most of my skeins, like this Lonnie sock base, are 100 gram skeins. It has about 460 yards per skein. This is also a sock weight, but it has 115 grams per skein and about 430 yards. So the yardage will be less on the Nala than like the Lonnie sock. However, that just means that you have a little bit squishier, plumper yarn. And I have started knitting a sock. I don't have it here in the studio, but I started knitting a sock that I showed on my making podcast with this yarn base, and it has been wonderful to knit with. I didn't change my needle size or anything, just started knitting, and it has been so nice. So I have several colorways dyed up in this base. I do have the purple passion flower dyed up in this base, as well as some others that I haven't shared with you yet. So keep an eye out for that if you are in the market for a beautiful, squishy, fingering weight yarn. Definitely give this a try. And if you do try it out, I would love to hear what you think, because you know, it's always kind of a roll of the dice to add a new base to the shop, and I may love something and you might not. So it's always just, I always appreciate your feedback and letting me know how you like something. So all that being said, this is Octopus Tsunami, and it blends beautifully with the gradient that I just shared with you. Hopefully I can hold all these together. So I don't know if you can see that main skein and then these. They work super well together. So the next colorway I want to share with you, let me go through a couple of tonals that I'll be adding. I'm just restocking a couple of tonals. So this is Nectar Glow. It is the color that I am dyeing up on my sweater, or that I have dyed up for my sweater. And it's just a beautiful, warm pink tonal, and kind of a peachy, you know, it's on the warmer side. And so this will coordinate really well with another sock set that I will be adding to the shop. This is a new colorway that I am adding. But other than that, it won't coordinate very well with anything else I'm putting in, because I really focused on like the blues, the purples, you know, pinky purples going into the shop. So I will have the Nectar Glow on my Lonnie sock base, as well as beautiful neon confetti sock. So, so pretty. The other tonals I will be adding some more Cloud 9 to the shop, and that's a DK, and then I also have it on my gold Nani Twist, which is a 2-ply with a bit of gold sparkle. I'll also be adding Poolside, which is a beautiful saturated blue. Coordinates awesome with the January 2025 colorway. Purple Passion Flower. The Crafting Calm colorway, as well as some other colorways that I do have here. So that's beautiful. That's called Poolside, and I have it also on my neon confetti sock base. So you can see all of those neon colored naps really pop on this deep color. Okay, moving on to some more colorways. I have a lot of yarn, a lot of new yarn going into the shop. This one is called Shell Pink Sands, and as you can tell, this month I really want to try out some new techniques, new colors. So I will have several new colorways going in the shop. So anyway, this is called Shell Pink Sands, and it is a really pretty light pink on the cooler side, with neutral speckles throughout. And I thought this was just a really pretty yarn for, I don't know, like, you know, if you wanted to pair a neutral with it. So this is Oyster, that'd be beautiful. I'm pulling these out of my Moonlit Wave mini skein bundle. So if you had like a beigey tan color, if you had an undyed yarn, this would be really pretty. I wanted to just try out some neutral colored speckles. Usually I'm all about the brights, y'all know that, but this month I just went for some neutral speckles. So I will have that on several different bases, including my Nala base, my new 2-ply, very plump, delicious new sock yarn. The next new colorway I'm going to share with you is called Mermaids Mirage, and it is a beautiful blend of several different pinks, Very bright, I would say very light, very bright. It's a very happy colorway. And it is speckled with some really pretty kind of turquoise and a kind of a moss green color to add some depth. And this looks really nice with Octopus Tsunami. I think those two blend really, really well together. The Octopus Tsunami has some deeper colors, so that works really well together. Here it is with Purple Passion Flower. So I hope you like it as much as I do. I feel like you just can't have too much pink. There are some really strong pink lovers out there, and it's just so fun to see what I can do with the pinks. And here it is on my Nala sock base. Love that. Love all those speckles in there. So again, the Mermaids Mirage, the new colorway, will be available on several different bases. Let's move on to another new colorway. This is called Jellyfish Punch. And it's a gorgeous blend of light blues, magenta, lots of speckles. We've got some bright yellow green sparkles, turquoise. Love these colors together. So this is a really great colorway because not only would it be just super beautiful in and of itself, like on, I think a pair of socks would be gorgeous with these, but I like that it has two very contrasty colors in it because it acts as a nice bridge if you wanted to do a fade or a gradient. So here is Octopus Tsunami with this color. And then you could add something that had some more blues in it. So this is the January 2025 colorway. And you can see how the Jellyfish Punch being in the middle really acts as a nice bridge in between these two seemingly very different colors. But I like to dye up skeins of yarn like this Jellyfish Punch just to give you some more versatility in your stash. So if you have a single skein of fingering weight yarn you're not really sure what to do with, a skein like this is just such a nice bridge. I call it a bridge. It's a nice bridge in between colors. And I'm looking at it, it's actually sitting next to my Octopus Tsunami gradient, mini skein gradient, and I think that looks really pretty together. Hopefully you can see that because it is such a handful. That also coordinates really nicely together. So that is Jellyfish Punch. It will be available on several different bases. So now I'm going to move on to, I have 3 more colorways and they're brand new. Okay, so the first one I'll start with is just a really pretty, I think this one is just so pretty. It is called Starfish Tide, and it is a sock set on my Lonnie sock base. And it's just a really pretty blend of purples, warm pinks, this beautiful jade green, and then it has some deeper colored speckles in it that just really brings out those pretty green colors. So this will be available as a sock set on my Lonnie sock base. So a full skein of the sock yarn, 100 grams, plus a mini skein, which is 20 grams. So that's a nice amount of yarn. And then I'll also have single skeins available on my new Nala sock base, which is 115 grams per skein. So that is called Starfish Tide. And it does coordinate with all the other blues and purples that I dyed up this month. So let me just show it with Purple Passion Flower. Here it is with January 2025, with Crafting Calm. So lots of coordination with this skein. The next sock set that I dyed up is this beautiful one. It's so pretty. This is called Starfish. Nope, the last one's called Starfish Tide. This one's called Pelican Splash. And here on the South Carolina coast, we have lots of pelicans. They're so fun to watch. So this is more of warmer tones than all the rest of the yarn. I just love my warmer tones, so I had to include some of them. So just like the Starfish Tide, this will be available on a full skein sock set on my Lonnie sock base, as well as single skeins available on my new Nala sock base. And I just think that the 2-ply construction of this yarn really pops those speckles. So pretty. This would be really fun paired with the Jellyfish Punch because they share that beautiful deep magenta color. And I also love if you wanted to pair it with more of a blue or purple tone. So like January 2025 or Starfish Tide, one of those. So you could coordinate those all together. But this is called Pelican Splash. So pretty. This would make a beautiful pair of socks. And then the last colorway I have is completely an outlier of all the colors I showed you today, and I just couldn't help it. This is called Winter Citrus, and it will be a sock set. And it is so bright. I'm sure my camera is just kind of screaming right now at the bright. This is Winter Citrus on my Lonnie sock base, and I've paired it with this really pretty like yellowy green neon color. It's so pretty, and I love it on my Nala base, which is probably getting so blown out because it is so bright. So this is a really pretty, it's so fun. It has some kind of citrusy orange colors, some very pale neon yellow, some neon jade, and then I speckled it with a really delicate orangey speckle. So wow, those speckles are just beautiful on this base. Hopefully you can see them. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. So that's Winter Citrus, and like I said, it is so much of a different colorway than any that I'm stocking in the shop, but hopefully you like it. Hopefully you like the neons, even though it's winter. I know I do. It's always nice to have some bright pops of color, especially on your feet, you know? You could make some socks and really have some cheerful neon socks. So that is all I will be stocking in the shop this month. Again, my shop update will be this Friday, January 3rd at 8 p.m. Eastern Time at pineappleyarn.com. I'd love if you could join me over there on Friday. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting my shop as well, so I can make all this beautiful yarn for you and share my creativity, and I really appreciate it. So hope to see you over there this Friday.